give me one. Hold on.
Still see mine.
Good to go. Hello and welcome to the Lexus Velodrome. My name is Chris Hughes. I'm your host, and tonight we have the Saturday Night Rumble number 44. And with me, we have the voice of the Lexus Velodrome, John Hughes, and we're going to go over tonight's racing, kind of break down some things, what we think might happen, and just kind of talk about us here at the American Cycling League and the Lexus Velodrome. John, what do we got going on tonight?
Yeah, man, we got another great night of racing here in downtown Detroit, the Lexus Velodrome. First off, I want to make sure we thank our sponsors, the First Five Members Credit Union, Lexus, of course, the DMC, the Rafa Foundation. We got a lot of junior programs out here, a lot of different type of stuff we're doing here at the Lexus Velodrome other than racing. But tonight we're going to focus on those races. So what are we starting off with tonight?
So we got some match sprints, and a lot of people in our racing world, when you think of a small track like this, you don't think of match sprints. Why are we seeing us open up match sprints? Why are we doing this now when before we really haven't?
I mean, match sprinting has always been kind of the purest form of cycling. You know, it's who can get going the fastest on a bike with only one gear, with no brakes, no coasting. So we're going to see guys hitting speeds of, around 40, hopefully over 40 miles an hour. So just really pure, the ultimate form of track racing, although it's only 3 laps long.
Yeah, and how come there's the misnomer that you can't sprint or do some match sprints like this on a small track? Why do you hear you can only do it on a 250? Is it because of the Olympic size, or what is the rumors about this?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much exactly what it is. That when it comes to sprinters, they generally like a big track. The bigger track generally gets a little higher speed in the turns. You're not hitting as many G's, so you're able to carry a faster speed through it. Also, the big thing is on our track here, for a 200-meter time, you're doing essentially a lap and a quarter. Where on a 333, you're only doing about 3/4 of a lap, so you're not going through as many turns. Therefore, you can handle a little higher speed. And that's what you're seeing a lot of these bigger tracks. You can always do it on a small track. I mean, we got our Madisons. There's sprints going down every 10 laps.
Yeah.
The difference is, although the speed feels faster to the rider and really it looks faster to the people watching, your actual top speed isn't as quick as you're going to see as on a 333 or a 250.
And it takes some adjusting from those 333s to this track. You see riders come into Madison, and there's an adjustment period, and there's even more so for sprinters that come here. In my opinion, I think there's even more of an adjustment that those sprinters need to make, being able to ride this track efficiently and technique-wise as well.
For sure. I mean, when you're coming from the 333 track, you're diving down in, essentially right in the turn. On our track, you're coming into where you're going to do your 200-meter time is at a totally different place.
Yeah.
The other big thing you're going to see on our track is coming over the top's really hard. Most of the time in match sprints, you see on the Olympics, you see in any major race, usually it's the guy in front. The whole point of track stands. The track stand is, if you're the lead rider, you're trying to go as slow as you can to get that following rider to get in front so you can draft off them. On a big track, you really need that draft so you can go up and over the top, ride another slipstring, do that switch and finish past them. On our track, it's really hard to get over the top, especially in the turns. Really, the time you can really come over riders is coming out of turn 2 and coming out of turn 4. So it takes a lot more effort. And when riders come from other big tracks, at Indy or T-Town, they can make a move with a half a lap to go. Out here, if you wait till half a lap to go, the race is already over. You got to make a move 2 laps, sometimes even 3 laps. In the match sprint's only 3 laps long. So that's the question. Do you go off the front and kilo another rider, which is term basically if you're the lead rider going as hard as you can right off the bat, or do you play that cat and mouse game?
So let's move forward to some of these other racers. Let's get into the Madison teams real quick. Let's jump around here. we have a pretty good field of A Madisons and double A Madisons. Let's talk about the A Madisons. Team Yellow tonight is Martin Vecchio and Mike Booth. Mike Booth is back, ladies and gentlemen. He took a little hiatus and now he's back. We have Team Black, Matt Redfield and Dejan Parks. Team Orange is Jackson Capella and yourself, John Hughes. And then Team Red is Will Bobrow and Michael Hartrick. Now, let's try to take some of the tactics that you're going to do with Jackson out of this, since you don't want to give away some of your game plan other than just winning. But when you look at these teams, who are you looking at the closest?
I mean, all the teams are pretty strong. Looking at everybody, I mean, right off the bat, you got to say Martin and Mike. They're both, both strong riders. They've been racing for a long time on the road, on the track. Mike is just coming back after a little break, but he's still a really strong rider. And Martin is, overall the best rider at our track. Yeah. Probably the best 100%. Rider in Detroit, especially when it comes to track racing. So, you're always looking at that team.
Well, hold on, before you go on, what makes Martin so good? Because we know he's not doing the block training like some of these guys that are coming in for next week's races and things like that. What makes him have the ability to do what he does? Is it just because he's little? Like, what is it?
He's fast, man. He goes hard all the time. He trains. Every time he's out here, every single workout we do, Martin's always hammering, no matter who he's with. He puts in the effort, and he's a smart rider. He knows how to ride. He's really smooth, and so he's always a great rider to have in the pack, because he's not going to do anything crazy, but he's smart. He knows where to be at, and he's just strong. So I mean, you combine those two things, and you don't have to be the strongest, but if you're strong and the smartest, you can beat a lot of riders, especially in the Madison.
Yeah. So let's just go right down the list here. Talk to me about Redfield and Parks.
I mean, that's going to be a really good team too. Both of them are juniors. Both of them are 16 years old, so they're going to recover real quickly. Mm-hmm. Matt, he's done a lot of Madison practice, but I think he's only really done 2 Madisons. Yeah. So this is going to be his second one back since we had the COVID break. So I mean, they're strong. Matt's been riding on the road the whole summer. Real strong rider, and also mountain biking, doing the Miska series. Yep. And then we got Dejan. Dejan, he's out here. He's one of the young superstars of the track. He's always putting on a show. He's been racing with the big guys when they come in. Last year when he's 15, this year, he's gotten a little taller. His mouth runs a little bit faster. See if his legs can keep up with it. He's been working hard, and see what he can do. My goal is to make both of those 2 juniors hurt a lot tonight.
Let's skip Orange for now, and let's go to Team Red, Will Bobrow and Michael Hartrick. Now, Will's got some credentials in the past. He's raced some Madisons before here last year. Off the top of my head, did he do any pros? I don't believe
he did 1 or 2.
Did 1 or 2. So we know he's got some legs on him. Michael Hartrick has been improving since this track opened, just leaps and bounds. He had a pretty nasty crash last year, but he's back from that. So talk to me about what you're looking at with those 2.
I mean, again, another strong team. Mainly, Will's going to be racing in both. We're doing 2 Madisons tonight. So we got the AA Madison, which is really just another Madison, not really double A's. And then we have the main Madison. For all of us that are in the main Madison, the nice thing about Will having to do 2 races is he's doing the other race first. Yeah. So, he's probably going to come in a little bit more tired than the rest of us. But does that mean he's coming in really warmed up too? Yeah. So that's the other question, I mean, it's only a 60-lap race, so it's 10, 12 minutes. It's not, he's a really good rider, former national champion. He knows how to keep the pedals going, and to be honest, he's going to have to do way more than this next weekend.
Real quick, let's go through Team Orange. Give me a 15-second synopsis on you and Capella.
Well, that's what I'll say. Mike Hartrick is partner. Mike is real strong. Mike can hold a high tempo for a long time. I honestly think that the red team, their thing is going to be if they can stay smooth and not miss any exchanges. As for me and Jackson, I mean, we're just going to dominate the whole time. That's pretty much the plan, right, Jackson? He's probably over there singing or something. Got his shirt off, showing off.
Well, that's John Hughes. I'm Chris Hughes. John's going to get up and get set up in the announcing booth. So John is going to join us for the post-race show. So good luck in everything tonight. We are going to send it to Christine Hughes. It's a common theme, that last name here at the American Cycling League in the Lexus Velodrome. So we're going to send it over to Christine Hughes for the start of Saturday Night Rumble.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lexus Velodrome. All right, you all have to cheer extra loud because you know we have limited crowds here. Social distancing and reducing our capacity, but we still have great bike racing, and we've got a lot of fixtures up along our guardrail up there. Well, you'll see that during the course of the night. It's not just Jimmy Capella, it's up there. It's all kinds of racers. So we're going to get things going here. Of course, to begin with, we want to thank our sponsors. Diversified Members Credit Union, the Rafa Foundation, new to our family this year. They are supporters of our juniors who we are prepping and getting ready to go to the Nationals because it's going to happen again in this summer. And of course, Lexus, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, Mead Lexus of Southfield, and Lexus of Ann Arbor. We wouldn't be here without them. We've got a great night of racing up ahead of us as we get things going. We're going to do something that we always do here. We haven't done it too much lately because we haven't had a crowd, but you know what? It's a great day in America, and we are going to start everything off with our national anthem. Woohoo! All right, way to make a lot of noise. So with no further ado, we're going to get this show on the road. I want to introduce you to the person that's going to be explaining everything that's going on here all night long. He is the owner of the downtown Ferndale, downtown Detroit Bike Shop. He is one of our coaches out here. He coaches these kids. He works with them. He takes them out on training rides. Of course, they kind of get him in shape too. And he is the voice, the best bike race announcer on the planet, the voice of the Lexus Velodrome, John Walden Hughes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lexus Velodrome here in downtown Detroit. We got some fast races about to go down tonight. First off, we want to thank our sponsors, Mead Lexus of Southfield, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, as well as Diversified Members Credit Union and the DMC, along with the Rafa Foundation. We're going to start off with some match sprints, get into some scratch races, some elimination races, and of course, the Madison. So we're going to get our first two riders up there, Brent Backer. Is that Andrew Laird? Is that who that is? All right.
All right, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
Backer on the front in the all black, Laird in the back with the red. I think he's got a new bike. Is that a new bike since last season? I don't know. Looks like it. They're starting it off. They've been working with our head coach, Joaquin, on the sprint training on Wednesdays and Sundays. Brent on the front knows he doesn't necessarily want to be on the front, but like I just talked about it in the pre-race, sometimes our track, it's easier to go from the front than from the back. Now Laird gets up on the track. Don't go too slow, guys. Make sure you're pedaling. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Whoa, pushing that low speed limit. Now Laird using the banking. He's got 2 to go. He's got a gap on Backer. Is Backer going to close it down? Laird looking back. He's waiting for him. Now Backer's picking up the tempo. Laird now down the black line in that red jersey, picking up the heat. Backer's chasing him down. They're going to hear the bell when they come around. Backer making a move, trying to come up and over the top. Diving down the track. Spinning those wheels out. Let's see who can get it over the line now. Backer's coming up on the hip of Laird. Laird's trying to keep him off. Laird holding that black line of that new Holdsworth now. Backer's shoulder to shoulder, the shoulder to shoulder coming through turn 4. But it looks like the winner of our first sprint is going to be Drew Laird. Super close one. Give it up for those two riders. All right, our next two riders rolling up to the rail. Let's give it up for Andrew Laird, taking the first win. Hey, Drew, is that a new bike? I don't know. Somebody online tell me. All right, now we got Mike Pendleton and Jay Atwater.
Okay, riders, 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
Rolling. On the front, Mike Pendleton, Atwater on his hip, or excuse me, on his wheel. Pendleton looking back to the left. Taking Atwater up high. Now Pendleton looking to his right. Atwater up above the blue line. Pendleton taking him all the way up there, not giving him much room. They're all the way at the top of the track. Now Mike Pendleton starting to dive down to the blue line. He's ramping up that tempo. Now Atwater's got to really close on that gap. Pendleton's got about a 2-bike length gap, but here comes Atwater. Atwater, can he close it down to this last lap? They got 1 to go. 166 meters, you guys. Let's go, 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 go. They're at meter 60, 100 meters to go. Can Pendleton stay away? Here comes Atwater. Atwater making a last-minute push all the way to the line, and it's going to go to Mike Pendleton with the throw, taking the win, able to hold him off. All right. Now, next up, we have Dan Freeberg, and at the back, Jake Bondi.
Okay, riders, 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
All right, and they're rolling. Freeberg on the front. On his wheel, Bondi with that felt with the Karima wheels. All right, they're ramping up the tempo. Freeberg picking it up. Here comes the bell. 1 to go. Can Jake Bondi get over the top? Now Bondi's accelerating out of the saddle. Freeberg's picking it up, holding that line. Freeberg's really pushing it. Bondi's trying to get up and over. They're coming through here. It's going to be, whoa, look at that. They're shoulder to shoulder. Get Freeberg, hold up. Bondi's going to close the line. He's going to go. Oh, Dan Freeberg with a nice little hook at the end. I don't even know if he did it on purpose. Able to hold off Jake Bondi. That's got to be a big one for Dan. A year ago, there was no holding Jake Bondi off. Nice move. Dan Freeberg. Maybe hitting those weights does help. I don't believe it, but maybe it does. I'd rather just ride laps of the track. All right. Now next up, we've got a couple juniors going to do a match sprint here. Ooh, we got Patrick Leary and Cameron Coleman. Both these guys riding on carbon wheels here. All right. On the front, that's Patrick Leary. At the back, that's Cameron Coleman. I believe both these racers are 13.
Okay, riders, 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
All right, and here we go. Patrick Leary on the front. Cameron Coleman chopping blades at the back. Look how sweet those Karima 4-spokes look on the camera. You can tell when he gets going real fast because they don't look like they're moving. Now Patrick's down low. Cameron's up top at the blue line using that banking. Patrick down low at the black line. They're going to hear the bell on the next lap. Who's going to make that move? Cameron looking back. And here goes Cameron Coleman making a move. He uses the banking. Now Patrick's got to work hard. You got to hold that line, Cameron. Let's see if we can time this lap. Cameron Coleman up the front, but here comes Patrick Leary. Patrick Leary's trying to chase him down. Patrick Leary pushing it through. But I think the move by Cameron Coleman's going to do it. And Cameron Coleman with an 11-second lap. 11-second lap for Cameron Coleman. Give it up for that junior. If you're watching at home, let us know you're here, where you're watching from. All from downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome. Looks like we got a lot of Eric Buckhead. Where you at, man? Need to be out here racing. We got a lot of Will Bobrow fans out here. We are allowing some spectators in, but we are limiting the amount for anyone that wants to come and check out this races. Mike Fraser from Huntsville, North Carolina watching. All right, and now we're getting our semi-pro riders to the rail. Semi-pro riders to the rail. McAllen, Texas. For Salvador. What's up, man? On the front. What's the jersey number on that, Nick? Jersey number. Let me see all your numbers. All right, we'll start at the back. At the back, we got Tom DiGiulio. Right in front of him, that's Emma Jimenez Palos. Next up in that green jersey, Brendan Leary. Behind him on Team Silver, Donnell Anderson. Next up, in his first Madison tonight, Josh Smith. His partner in the blue, Derek the Savage. Then we got on the second in the green jersey, that's Tim Bo Slice, Tim Bober. Nice to see Tim back, putting the hurt down today. And on the front, I can't see your number, dude. What is your number? Is that Noah? Noah Cheva, 159 on the front. So let's give it to Bruce and let them get their instructions and get this race underway.
Okay, riders, this is the 20-lap chase race. Eyes up, no overlapping wheels. If you're all together when you come around, there'll be a single bell to start the race. If not, there'll be another lap. Riders ready? Roll.
All right, and they're rolling. Let's go. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Pedal, pedal. What's up, Nathan in Clawson, Michigan? We got Sam Zara watching from New Jersey. Hey, you know, it'd be pretty sweet in New Jersey, an indoor velodrome. 166-meter track would be pretty fun. All right, and the race is underway. This is a 2-mile race, 20 laps. On the front, Noah setting that tempo pace. Bober on his wheel. Savage sitting third. Smith in the middle of the pack. Leary hopping on that wheel. Emma Jimenez Palos. Tom DiGiulio and Nell Anderson. 18 to go at the line. 18 to go at the line, riders. Pick out your favorite rider, who you think is going to take the win in this semi-pro race. Remember, we got a lot of racing going down tonight. We got right now in that green jersey on the front of the pack, that's Tim Bober. Sitting in that dark blue jersey. About to pull through right now. You're going to see him in the Madison later. That's Derek the Savage. Picking up that tempo. See what kind of lap times they're doing now. Slowly starting to ramp it up. Has Josh Smith on the front. Josh Smith in that blue jersey. He's going to be Derek Savage's partner. This guy's at 13-second laps. A little bit slower than Cameron.
ripping around there as Brendan Leary takes over that front position. He pulls off early, doesn't want to be stuck on the front too long. Now Emma, our solo female in the race, not to mention she's only 12 years old. See if she can make these guys hurt as Tom DiGiulio. DiGiulio on the front, he looks back. Donnell Anderson looking for a wheel to jump onto in that second place. DiGiulio pulls up. Now Anderson takes over that first place position. Donnell Anderson pulling up. That's the on-board camera of Donnell's bike. 12 laps to go, riders. 12 laps to go. Just over a mile left in this first bike race for these riders. Let's go, Tom, all the way. Get up there to Julio. Push it, push it, push it, push it. Tom riding that black line, trying to hop on that wheel. As Noah Chabot leading the pack. Now Derek setting that tempo pace. Noah hopping on that wheel. They're picking it up now. They got 1 mile to go. 1 mile to go, riders. Savage on the front. Let's see what kind of lap times they're doing as Josh takes over. Noah's chasing him down. Noah's going to hop on the back of that pack. Get up there, Noah. All the way. Get up there, Noah. Out of Kentucky, I believe. Is that correct? Maybe. Noah chasing hard, trying to close down that gap. As our first place rider, the rider on the front, Josh Smith, ramping up that tempo. They're really picking it up now. Bober's trying to close down that gap on Donnell Anderson. 8 to go. 7 at the line, riders. Do not overlap wheels. Do not overlap wheels. Josh Smith ramping up that tempo. He's got an 11-second lap. That's as fast as Cameron. Come on, you can go faster than that. Josh Smith checking his shoulder. He pulls up. Now Jimenez on the front of the wheel. Jimenez Palos pulls up. Now Donnell Anderson pulls up. No one wants to take a pull. Tim Bober wants to take a pull. Tim Bober's here to make him hurt. Let's go, Timbo Slice. Put it down. Tim Slice looks back. He sees Derek Savage. Let's go, Savage. Make these juniors hurt. Derek Savage on the front of the pack. Trying to make those legs worth. Out of the way, riders. Lapped riders above the blue. Above the blue. Pick it up above the blue. Now Josh Smith out of the saddle. They got 3 to go. 3 to go. Savage and Bober went to the back. Can Josh Smith stay on the front? He's got to stay on the front till the end. Now Donnell Anderson's making a move over the top. Donnell Anderson knows he needs to go early. Can he overtake Josh Smith? Josh Smith's trying to go. Now everyone's trying to go over the top. Donnell Anderson pushing all the way. Here comes the bell. 1 to go. 1 to go. But Brendan Leary's making a move. Hold that line down now. Brendan Leary's trying to go. Jimenez Palos trying to go. Brendan Leary's pushing over the top. He's going as hard as he can. Jimenez now. Jimenez over the top of Leary. Can Jimenez get him? All the way to the line. It's going to go to Brendan Leary, Emma Jimenez, Tim Bober, Josh Smith, Donnell Anderson, Derek Savage. Give it up for those riders. Donnell Anderson made that first initial move, but Brendan Leary able to wait and take the win at the end. Give it up for that junior. All right, now we're going to get into our pro riders. Pro riders to the rail. We're talking about those juniors. That was a 15-year-old Brendan Leary winning that last race. That's what we do here at the Lexus Velodrome. It's all about development of our junior racers. Our goal is to get a local kid into the Olympics, get him in a world championship jersey, get him in those rainbow stripes. It's going to happen. We got a lot of promising talent out there. And that's all possible because we do everything for free out here for under 18. We teach kids how to ride bikes. We teach them how to ride the track. We train them. We coach them. We get them bikes. We get them the gear. Last year, for 2019, we sent 16 kids to Los Angeles to race in the Junior National Championships. We'll be doing the same in 2021. But it wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. Thank you to the Rafa Foundation, Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, as well as Diversified Member Credit Union. So here we go, down to Bruce. He's going to let these riders hear their instructions for their 30-lap, 3-mile chase race.
Okay, riders, 30-lap chase race. If you're all together when you come around, we'll get a bell to get the race started. Okay, riders ready? Roll.
All right, now these riders rolling off the rail. On the front of that red jersey. Originally from Kentucky, but now living in Indianapolis, racing for Marion University. You're going to see him next weekend going real fast. That's Will Bobrow. He's actually racing in 2 Madisons tonight. Now on the front, his partner in the second Madison of the night, that's Michael Hartrick. Hartrick pulls up. Now one of the fast juniors. See him ripping up the streets or ripping up the track. That's DeJohn Parks, Team Black. Parks now pulling through, now on the front. Local Detroiter, you'll see him ripping these streets. That's Martin Vecchio in the yellow jersey. Now his partner, Mike Booth. Mike Booth is back. Another yellow jersey rider, Martin's teammate, Mike Booth pulling through. Now we got a junior. It's his first time racing the Madison tonight, but he's in a chase race right now. That's Ben Kirkman. Now to the front, Matt Redfield. Matt Redfield pulling through. He'll be with Team Black. Bobrow back up now. One other rider pulling through, riding solo, and he'll be riding with me later on in the Madison. That's Jackson Capella. 25 to go, riders, 25 to go. Capella and Bobrow playing games at the back of the pack as John Parks pulls off the front. Now Martin Vecchio ramping up the tempo. That's the on-camera view on Martin Vecchio's bike. That's what it feels like to be sitting on his wheel. As DeJohn Parks jumps onto Bobrow's wheel, Mike Hartrick trying to close down that gap. Vecchio looking for a spot to hop into. You want to sit on that wheel. You want to get as much draft as you can. Now Ben pulling up. Ben pulls up high, checks his shoulder. Ben, junior national mountain bike champion. But now we're putting it down on the boards here at the Lexus Velodrome. Hopping on the wheel to Mike Booth. Mike Booth, former pro road racer, coming out of Utah. Now he's in Detroit. Was here a couple years ago, had to take a break. Now he's back, putting it down.
What?
Martin Vecchio on the front now. Booth takes over. Booth ramping up that tempo. Booth riding on some new wheels tonight. He shoulder checks, pulls up. Now Ben on the front. Ben Kirkman setting that tempo pace. He pulls up. Redfield takes over. Matt Redfield putting a lot of miles on the road this year. 12-second lap, riders. 12-second lap. Bobrow pulls up. So does Capella. Let's see some pulls through, riders. If you're the strongest 2 riders, take some pulls. Now Vecchio to the front of the pack. Martin Vecchio checks his shoulder. Says, I'll take a pull. Same with Mike Booth. Mike Booth not backing down. 18 to go, riders. 18 laps to go in our first pro race of the night. Slow down that lap to a 13.5 second lap. 13.5 second lap on that one. Matt Redfield on the front. Kirkman looking for a wheel to jump onto. Capella pulls off. Now Bobrow to the front. Who's going to make that first move? Who's going to make that first move? DeJohn Parks. Is he going to ramp up that tempo? Parks checks his shoulder. He pulls up. Now Michael Hartrick. Hartrick, known for having a motor on him. He pulls through as well. Vecchio back to the front. Same lap time, same lap time. Looks like they're taking it a little bit easier. 16 to go right now, racers. 16 to go. Now Redfield ramping up that tempo. No one wants to do the work in the first race of the night. Everyone's pulling off early. As DeJohn Parks ramps up out of the saddle. Is he going to catch him sleeping? Now Parks picking up that pace. He pulls up. Now Hartrick to the front. Hartrick, is he going to stay on it? Hartrick shoulder checks, moves up the track. Now Martin Vecchio. Vecchio on the front. Mike Booth hanging on that wheel. Ben Kirkman sitting in second. Redfield sitting up easy there. As Mike Booth starts to ramp it up, you can see those pedals moving. Down to a 12-second lap. Still not as fast as our junior Cameron. Little 12-year-old going faster than you guys as Ben Kirkman pulls up. Matt Redfield, if you're going to shoulder check to move up the track. Now here goes Bobrow. Bobrow on the front. He pulls up. Capella goes with him. Take a pull, racers. Eyes up, eyes up. No overlapping wheels. And there goes Martin Vecchio. Vecchio and Booth going off the front. Team Yellow. 12-second lap. Ben Kirkman trying to come over Hartrick. Are these two riders going to work together? We got Vecchio and Booth. Vecchio and Booth. Vecchio hops right back on the wheel. Now Ben Kirkman closing down that gap. Matt Redfield's with him. We got 4 off the front. Bob Rose closing it down. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up. Now Ben Kirkman on the front. Kirkman going off. 12.2 second lap. Now Redfield to the front of the race. 8 to go at the line, riders. 8 to go at the line. Let's go to John Parks. Get on that wheel. Eyes up, riders. Let's take a poll. Now Vecchio, they're letting Vecchio go again. Martin Vecchio can do this all day. One of the strongest bike riders in Michigan. DeJohn, shoulder check. Now it's on the front. It's going hard now. Looks like Jack Scapella to the front of the pack. Ben Kirkman able to close down that gap. Let's go, you guys. They're sitting up. Come on, DeJohn. Get up there. Now Matt Redfield's making a move, making him work. Matt Redfield sees 5 to go. 5 to go. Now he pulls up. Jack Scapella pulls up as well. Make sure you're shoulder checking. Now Martin Vecchio to the front with 4 to go. 4 to go, racers. Ben Kirkman, the mountain biker. You guys gonna let a mountain biker beat you? Let's go, racers. Bobro, Vecchio, Kirkman, and Redfield blowing this race apart. They got 3 to go. Go now, Ben, go now. Help the mountain biker out. My money's on the mountain biker. They're gonna see 2 at the line, 2 at the line. Vecchio pulls up, Bobro pulls up. Go now, Ben, make him work. Now Jack Scapella trying to chase him down. Eyes up, riders, because here comes Jack Scapella out of nowhere. They're all sleeping. Can Capella stay away? Will Bobro chasing him down. 1 to go, 1 to go. Stay out of the way, DeJohn. Now Will Bobro's trying to chase him down. Off the track, DeJohn. Jack Scapella getting pushing. Oh, he's giving up, and it's going to go. The win of that race. Will Bobro, 2nd Capella, 3rd Redfield, 4th Ben Kirkman, 5th Martin Vecchio. That's why you never give up. The whole group sat up and let Jackson close down the gap, but Jackson just ran out of gas at the end of the race. Oh, it's Ben Chrisman. Okay. Well, that's not what they say on one of these things. So, Ben, if I said Ben Kirkman, I meant Chrisman. What up, Tim Bober? He's watching with us. That's right. All you guys down there on the infield, since we're having a limited crowd, I want to see all you racers make some noise for the other riders. You should be watching these races as our juniors are rolling up to the line. Let's hear it for the winner of that last race, Will Bobro.
Oh, that's fine with me. Get him. Grab him. Hey, when we're done, he should just turn the light so they can see the light, and that's the signal. So moving forward, next time when we talk. Yeah, not today, but moving forward, we'll just turn it, and that's a signal that we're done, so we can send it to you. No, that's my old hat. No, you're looking like you're looking, man. We're good.
All right.
All right. I am here with the winner of the Pro A Chase race. Will, how'd you do that, man? Well, how's it going?
Well, first of all, it's doing really good. COVID's been treating me pretty well. Honestly, with 2 laps to go, I wasn't expecting Capella to. He came out of nowhere completely. I looked back and I didn't see him. I saw the other 2 guys I was with, and all of a sudden he just came steamrolling right underneath us. And I thought, well, I got to get on it pretty soon, or else, well, I might miss it. And I was fairly surprised with my own legs to get me back up to speed in time to get around. But yeah, that was a great race. Great move by Capella.
Yeah, it was a surprising move. You guys let up and allowed him back in, right? Now, one thing I noticed that you did was you weren't taking pulls off the front. You were pulling up immediately after, I think it was Redfield was right there. Is that a tactical thing? Is it you were afraid with your legs? Like, what was the purpose of that? You weren't pulling through a half lap, you were pulling through maybe a bike length or two. Was that tactical?
Yeah, that's a very tactical move. You want to be doing as little work as you can so you save your legs. It's not so much that you're concerned for how your legs feel. You just want to make sure you have as much legs as you possibly have for the finish.
Well, congratulations on your first win of the night. Good luck for the rest. We are going to send it to Bruce for the intro of the next race.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
All right, now we got our junior riders up on the track. These are our real young juniors on the front. That's Dakaria Potts. Next up, that's Cormac Leary. Then we got Jack Leary. And at the back, that's Damon Rogers. So these riders are going to have, what, 5 laps?
Okay, riders, this is 5 laps from the rail. 5 laps from the rail. You need to stay together for the first 3 laps. When we get to 2 laps, then it's a full-on race from there. Okay? All right, riders ready? Roll.
All right, riders, let's go, let's go, let's go, Dakaria, pick it up. All right, whoa, nice. Jack almost took his brother out. Man, it's cutthroat out here with these juniors, hooking them right off the bat. All right, racers on the infield. If you're not racing right now, I expect you to make some noise for these kids when they come around. Damon's chasing them down. They got 4 to go. On the front, Dakaria. Dakaria setting that tempo. Shoulder checks, moves up. Got a helmet on that's about twice the size of his head. Now Jack Leary up front. 3 to go, riders. Come on, everybody, let's make some noise for these juniors. Bang on those boards. Put your hands together. On the black line, chase him down, Damon, go get him. Damon at the back, Dakaria's going, but Cormac's making a move off the front. 2 to go. Come on, hype up these kids. Cormac on the front, he's gonna hear the bell when he comes around. Let's get him, Dakaria, pass on it. Push, Damon all the way. Now Cormac Leary on the front, can Jack overtake him? His brother almost took him out before the race started. Now they're going, they got 120 meters to go. Cormac, you gotta push it now, he's coming over you. Jack's making a move, they're shoulder to shoulder. Can Jack stay away? Whoa, push his brother off the track. Cormac's got a last minute push. Who's gonna be on the line? It's gonna be, Jack Leary. Barely letting his brother do all the work and making the move at the last minute. Give it up for those juniors. What are they, 10 years old? 9, 10 years old? Where were you at 10 years old? Not racing on the Lexus Velodrome here in downtown Detroit. But your kids could be. Bring them on down. Everything's free for under 18. That's right, these kids all got those bikes. We gave them the gear. We're taking them to races, coaching them. How do you think Jack learned that move? From the coaching out here at the Lexus Velodrome. Between myself, Luke Cavender, Joaquin Kiley, and Dale Hughes, along with many other people that help out on a regular basis. Dave Hicken, Martin Vecchio, Derek Savage, Craig Vittori.
Okay, riders, 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
All right, we got Laird on the front, Backer at the back. Here we go, round number 2. Laird made a move early in the first race, was able to keep Backer away. Can Backer do the same back to him? Backer up to the red line, Laird on his wheel. Laird. Pick it up, riders, don't go too slow. Going about as slow as you can go there. Backer up high, and Brent's going early. Brent wants to use the banking this time. 1 to go, can Brent Backer stay away? He's got a 2 bike length gap, but Laird's chasing him down. Backer's got to stay on it. Got to hold that black line, Brent, all the way. Laird's going to have to go all the way up and over. Pushing hard, coming through turn 3. Andrew Laird making a move. Backer's trying to hold him off. It's going to be close on the line. It's going to go to, Brent Backer. Taking round 2. These guys are 1-1.
John, Drew wins the race because the lead rider came out of the lane.
And I believe that was a relegation. Bummer. Brent, you came out of the sprinter's lane. If you are the rider in the front and you are leading the sprint, once the sprint is engaged, you must hold the sprinter's lane, which is the lane between the black and the red line. If you come above the red line, you will be relegated or you just lose. You lose the race. Bummer.
Okay, riders, this is a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
All right, now we got Atwater and Pendleton. Atwater down low, going real slow. Pendleton pushing up to the blue line. Pendleton won the first race. So these guys are both wearing pretty dark jerseys. Whoa, Pendleton's all the way at the top of the track. He's getting every inch out of it as he can. Now Atwater taking over the sprinter's lane. Now Pendleton's going to have to push. They're drag racing it out. Here comes one to go. Pendleton's going to have to really push over the top of Atwater. Atwater's got to go. Hold that line, Atwater. Take him right to the red. Throw that legal. Whoa, a chain broke. Atwater's chain just broke. Whoa, look at that all over, all the way. Don't let him win coasted. It's going to go to Mike Pendleton. Hey, somebody want to grab Jay? One of you riders want to grab him since he can't slow down? Look at the watts. Straight destroying chains. Jay Atwater. Blowing his bike apart. Somebody grab that chain. Did it break? Is it went under the track? The track has eaten your chain, Jay. Luckily, I know somebody that owns a bike shop. Me. I'll get you hooked up. No deals, though. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. No deals. It's that kind of summer. All right, now we got Bondi and Freeburg.
Okay, riders, this is round 2 of your best out of 3 match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
And let's make some noise for the winner of that round of match sprints, Mike Pendleton. He was able to beat Jay Atwater's chain. Ooh. The chain is eliminated. Hey, Nick, get ready. Nick, get ready. On the front. What are you doing? You can't let Jake Bondi get that far in front. Now Dan Freeburg picking it up. Bondi looking back. They're going to hear the bell. Can Bondi stay away? Freeburg's already on his hip. Jake Bondi's out of the saddle. Can Jake Bondi hold off Dan Freeburg? Freeburg's working hard. Right in the slipstream, trying to come over the top. Jake Bondi ripping on those pedals. And he's not going to do it. It's going to go to Jake Bondi with a 10-second lap. 10.03. All right. All right. Now we got the juniors.
Okay, riders, this is round 2 of your best out of 3. It's a 3-lap match sprint. Riders ready, roll.
All right, Cameron Coleman on the front. Patrick Leary at the back. Coleman won the first one. Patrick's going to make him work on this one. Patrick tight on the wheel of Cameron Coleman. Coleman looking back. Using that technique we teach, pushing him down, pushing your bike down the track, trying to keep it as perpendicular to the velodrome as possible. Now Coleman still at the blue line. Patrick on his hip. Patrick there about shoulder to shoulder. Cameron Coleman ramping up the tempo. Let's see what kind of lap they're going to be pulling off. Here we go. 1 to go. Push it. Let's go all the way, Patrick. Cameron going early, but can he hold him off? Patrick Leary's chasing him down. Patrick Leary working hard. He's moving his upper body all over the place. All the way to the finish line, Cameron. Don't give up. And it's going to go to Cameron Coleman with an 11-second lap. Give it up for those juniors. Nick. Hey, try to get Nick from here up. Try to cut this out. So here up. All right. Higher.
Okay, riders, this is an elimination race. If you're all together when you come around, it'll be 5 to go. First bell will be at 1. We pull at 0. Should be every other lap after that. We get down to 2 riders. When they come around, it'll be 2 to go. Standard sprint rules apply at that point. Remember, eyes up, don't make a hole where there isn't, because that's when the accidents happen.
And
so watch overlapping wheels.
all right, and it looks like I just got a call from President-elect Joe Biden and Donald Trump. You are eliminated.
Riders ready? Roll.
All right, our riders are rolling off. Let's pedal. Pick it up. Pick it up. Carter Kaz, what's up, man? We need to see you get out here, do some sprints. You got to get it together, riders. You got to get it together. Brennan Leary on the front. Leary on the front.
5 to go. 5 to go.
5 to the first pole, riders. 5 laps to the first pole. Brennan Leary at the front, setting that tempo pace. The Savage sitting in the middle with Jimenez on his wheel. Donnell Anderson with that purple and green disc wheel in the middle of the pack. As Josh Smith says, you know what, I'm going to go early. Picking up that tempo early. Josh Smith on the front. Brendan Leary chasing him down. Savage trying to hop on the wheel of Anderson. Tom DiGiulio now has got to race hard to get on it. Josh Smith keeping that tempo high. Donnell Anderson holding Brendan Leary down. Leary won the first race of the night. Eyes up, riders. Make sure you're shoulder checking. One rider off the back, DiGiulio. DiGiulio can close it down, though. All right, riders, pulling on the next lap. We are pulling on the next lap. It's going to be the rider off the back. You have one rider off the back, unless DiGiulio can close down that gap. And it's going to be Tom DiGiulio. You are eliminated. Now Josh Smith starting to feel it on the front. Out of the back, Noah Chabot. Chabot's got to get up and over. Noah's going to have to make a move. Noah, where's he from? Kentucky. Now racing at Marion, I believe. I don't know. Maybe making this up. We're pulling at the back. Emma Jimenez in that dangerous spot. So is Noah. Noah's, whoa, he's got to push his way off. He's got to back off the pedals. I don't think there's enough time, and it's going to be Noah. Noah, you are eliminated. As Tim Bober goes over the front. Josh Smith in that aero position. Now Savage at the back of the pack. Savage's got to get up and over the junior Donnell Anderson. Savage had to push up and over Emma Jimenez, but Savage decided to push in down low. I don't know if that's a good move or not. Derek Savage at the back of the pack. Where's Savage going to do? It's going to go, and it's going to be Derek the Savage. You are eliminated. Josh Smith still setting that tempo on the front. Now at the back of the pack, that's the place to watch. Donnell Anderson getting rode up high. Look at that move by Emma Jimenez. Now Donnell going down low. Donnell's trapped in. Jimenez going up and over Leary. Now Leary's trapped in. Everyone's trying to make a move. It's going to be close. Donnell Anderson trying to push it, but there's no time. It's going to be Donnell Anderson. You are eliminated. Emma Jimenez riding Donnell up the track. Now Jimenez needs to make another move because Brendan Leary's pushing his way out. Tim Bober now trying to push over the top of Josh Smith. Josh Smith, whoa, look at that. They're shoulder to shoulder. Tim Bober needs to go now. Josh Smith's feeling it. Jimenez trying to go over the top. Hold your line, racers, all the way to the line. Bober's got to go, and it's going to be Smith, Josh Smith. You are eliminated. Now Tim Bober, can he take out the juniors? He's against Jimenez and his teammate Leary. Now Tim Bober going over the top. Bober needs to keep that heat on. Jimenez trying to push up and over Leary. All the way to the front. Tim Bober pushing it. Jimenez making a big push. Can he get over the top of Leary? Jimenez on the wheel of Bober. Can Jimenez push it at the line? And it's going to be Emma Jimenez Palos. You are eliminated. And it looks like it's going to come down to Team Green. They're about to see 2 to go. 2 to go.
2 to go, riders. 2 to go.
That's Tim Bober up top. Brendan Leary down low. Brendan Leary, 15 years old. Tim Bober is not. Tim Bober, originally from Michigan, moved to Indianapolis. Oh, and here goes Brendan Leary. The junior's going to make him work for it. Bober's got to get up and over the top. Now's the time to make that move, Bober. Can Tim Bober push it over Brendan Leary? Brendan Leary using that disc wheel to his advantage. All the way there, shoulder to shoulder. Can Bober get him? And it's going to go to Brendan Leary. Win number 2. Team Green. Oh, they're going to hang. How are they going to hang for the Madison? Working hard there in that elimination race.
Okay, riders, this is an elimination race. If you're all together when you come around, it'll be 5 to go. First bell will be at 1, pull at 0. Should be every other lap after that. No bell, no sprint, so listen for the bell. Eyes up, no overlapping wheels, and don't make a hole where there isn't. We get down to the 2 riders at the end. It'll be 2 laps to go when they come around. Riders ready? Roll.
All right, and they're rolling. This is our pro elimination race. Let's get it together, guys. Get it together.
5 to go, riders. 5 to go.
All right. Bobber at the front. Capella on his wheel. Mike Booth in the yellow, moving his way up. Ben Kirkman. No, it's not his name. What's his name? All right, Internet. Tell me what his name is. Casmos. Let me find it here. Chrisman. Ben Chrisman making his move up to the top. His first elimination race. Remember, you cannot pass under, riders. You cannot pass under. Redfield looking for a way out. So is Hartrick and Parks as Vecchio goes to the front. Vecchio, well practiced in the elimination race. Vecchio's got the most experience out of anyone out here on the track. He shoulder checks back, sees Will Bobrow. Mike Booth, now Ben Chrisman making a move over the top. Hartrick at the back of the pack. He's got to get up and over Parks. Chrisman now goes to the front, down to the black line. Junior down to the black line. All right, riders, who's it going to be? DeJohn Parks needs to push it because Mike Hartrick going down low, and it's going to be, oh, Mike Hartrick. Hartrick, you are eliminated. Now DeJohn Parks and Matt Redfield having to chase him down. On the back, Matt Redfield coming over the top of DeJohn Parks. DeJohn Parks going to have to push up and over Mike Booth. Mike Booth looks back on Bobrow's wheel. Now DeJohn Parks, can he make that last minute push? He's trying to go hard. It's going to be close. It's going to be, oh, Mike Booth. Mike Booth, you are eliminated. Now down low, Jackson Capella in that dangerous position. Ben Chrisman on the front, setting that tempo, that junior national mountain bike champion. Holding the black line as Martin Vecchio goes up and over. And it's going to be the rider off the back. Rider off the back, Jackson Capella. Capella, you are eliminated. And we're down to five, Bobrow trying to get over the top of Vecchio. Vecchio trying to get over Chrisman. Chrisman out of the saddle. Now Redfield's got to get over DeJohn Parks. DeJohn Parks needs to make a move. Redfield's got him trapped in. DeJohn Parks picking up that tempo. Now Redfield. Redfield knows there's not much room, not enough time, and it's going to be Matt Redfield. Matt Redfield, you are eliminated. All right, now Bobrow taking over that front place position. DeJohn Parks gets on his wheel. Vecchio goes with him. Chrisman's got to back off the pedals and go up and over Vecchio. Vecchio checking his shoulder. Here goes Ben Chrisman. Best Chrisman going. Now DeJohn Parks is going to get caught, and it's going to be, oh, Ben Chrisman. Chrisman, you are eliminated. Not bad, fourth place for his first time in an elimination race here at the Lexus Velodrome. Down to three riders. DeJohn Parks looking back for Martin Vecchio. He's going to use that switch and finish technique that we work on. Vecchio ramping up the tempo. Is the Parks going to go? DeJohn Parks needs to ramp it up. Bobrow's getting caught on the wind. Bobrow getting chased down. Is Vecchio going to get Parks? Parks needs to push it. Oh, Martin Vecchio, you are eliminated. Now we're down to Bobrow and Parks. Bobrow and Parks. DeJohn Parks on the wheel of Will Bobrow.
2 to go, riders. 2 to go.
2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. DeJohn Parks at his hometown track. Will Bobrow's been coming here a lot. It feels like his second home. Parks holding Bobrow up top. 1 to go, riders. 1 to go. Bobrow can't dive down yet. Parks isn't giving it the room. DeJohn Parks ramping it up. Now Bobrow's getting trapped behind his wheel. Get DeJohn Parks right over the tempo. Will Bobrow's trying to get over the top. DeJohn Parks needs to go now. Parks out of the saddle. But here comes Bobrow. Can Bobrow get him? Bobrow's leading out most of the race. And the winner of our pro elimination race, DeJohn Parks. Rode that one smart. Able to stay away. This makes a noise for the junior, DeJohn Parks. Played the first half of the race from the back of the field. Able to stay in it and take that W. Must be the new helmet or the new haircut.
You can take that off.
All right, now we got our junior rider.
All right. I am here in the interview area with the winner of the pro elimination, DeJohn Parks. Dijon, hold the mustard. How's it going? How was that race?
Fine and fast from the start.
Fast from yeah, they ripped up the front. Why are you good at elimination races?
That's just the tactics in elimination. Stay on the wheel and keep looking over your shoulder.
So then, why aren't you good at the chase race?
I don't know why.
Well, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you in the Madison, where again you're pretty good at. So congratulations. We're going to throw it to John for the introductions of the racers. Nice job.
All right, and here comes our young juniors. That was the junior Dijon Parks who won that last race. But now we got Damon Rogers, Jack Leary, Cormac Leary, and Dakaria.
Okay, riders. Riders, this is a 3-lap race right from here. Riders ready, roll.
All right, they're rolling. Damon leading them out. How many laps they got? 3 to go. Let's go now, Damon. Go, 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 go. Make them work. Make them work. Can they stay away? All right, riders, make some noise for these juniors. They got 2 to go. 2 to go. Hold that line all the way. You got to go all the way up and over. Make sure your shoulder check in, Jack and Cormac trying to get over the top of Dakari. Let's go, Damon. Black line. 1 to go. 1 to go. Put your hands together, racers. Make some noise for these juniors. Jack Leary trying to go, but Damon on the front. Can Damon stay away? Let's go, Damon, all the way. Don't look back. Go forward. Push it, push it, push it. All the way to the finish line. Here comes Jack. Jack Leary trying to make a move. Can Damon stay away? It's going to be close. And Damon Rogers taking the win. Give it up for Damon. Give it up for all those juniors. Damon, Jack, Cormac, and Dakaria. All right, non-Madison riders to the rail, I believe. Or is there another match sprint? Cameron, get up to the rail. Non-Madison riders to the rail. Non-Madison riders. You racing this, Cameron? Get up there. Non-Madison riders. Non-Madison riders. Get up there, Cameron. Patrick, where are you at? Get up there, Patrick. Patrick, Cameron, get up there. Who else we got? Cameron, get up there. We're waiting on you. Let's make some noise for those juniors. Put your hands together. Damon Rogers. Hey, Damon, was that your first win? Where are you at? Right after this, we're going to get into some Madison racing.
All right, riders, this is a 20-lap chase race. If you're all together, when you come around, there'll be a single bell to start the race. Eyes up, no overlapping wheels. Hold your line. We got one more, okay.
Are we waiting on anybody else? Brunt, you getting up there? Is that what's going on? All right, Brent getting up to the rail.
Riders ready? Roll.
Well, let's roll it. Tom DeGiulio on the front, Mike Pendleton in second, Noah Chabot in third, Patrick Lear in fourth, Cameron Coleman in fifth, and at the back is Brent Packer. Let's go, get it together, guys. Get on that wheel, get on that wheel. 20 to go when you come around. Carlos Gonzalez, come on, get out to the track. All right, here we go. Race is underway. 2 mile race, 2 mile race going down now. After this, we'll be getting into our Madison racing. Pendleton at the front. Pendleton winning the sprint tournament. Put in a hard effort. Also, whoa, Pendleton all the way to the top of the track. Back around the wheel of Cameron Coleman. Noah Chabot on the front. Chabot shoulder checks, pulls off the track. Now Patrick Leary taking over that front place position. Pendleton having to close down that gap. Onto the wheel of Brent Backert. Now Cameron Coleman. Let's pedal, Cameron. Don't go too slow up there. 15 to go at the line. 15 to go at the line. Hey, Dakari and Damon. Nice racing, you guys. You gonna come on Monday? All right, I expect to see you on Monday. All right, Mike Pendleton setting up that tempo pace. Pendleton pulls up, using every inch of the track as Noah Chabot taking over that first place position. Coming from Indy. Next weekend, I think we're going to see a lot of guys from Indy. Remember, next weekend is our 2-day race. We have races Friday and Saturday, starting at 7:30. We got the fastest track racing going on in the world. We could say that because it's pretty much the only racing going on in the world here in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome. We're keeping everything socially distanced. Inside the velodrome here, the air is constantly being filtered. Actually, all of the air in the entire bubble is completely exchanged within every 4 hours, but it is a constant. It's constantly being filtered. That way we're able to have racing. All right, now Cameron Coleman on the front of the pack. Pendleton looking for a wheel to jump onto. Noah Chabot looking for a place to go as well. Cameron on the front, just daydreaming. What's our lap count at, Magali? Ooh, all right. Looks like they're going to see 9 to go at the line. 9 to go at the line for these riders. Who's going to take the win in this non-Madison chase race? Now Patrick Leary on the front. Going to see 8 to go at the line. 8 to go at the line. Backer tight on his wheel. Patrick Leary shoulder checks, moves up the track. Now Pendleton tight on the wheel of Brent Backer. Backer checks up. Now Pendleton picking up that tempo. 7 to go at the line, 7 laps to go at the line. Cameron Coleman chasing down that gap. Pendleton's closing it down. Now we got 3 off the front. No off the front. Up and over, Patrick, up and over. Chasing him down is DeGiulio and Leary. Backer's on there as well. We're getting near the end of the race. How many laps we got left, Magali? What's our lap count at? 4 at the line? 5 at the line? 5 to go, riders. 5 laps to go. Now Noah's making a move for it because he got 5 laps left in him. 4 at the line. 4 at the line. That's about 1 lap of the Indy track. Can he stay away? But watch out. The juniors are tight on his wheel. Cameron Coleman not letting him get far. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up. Don't be looking back. Looking forward. We're getting near the end of the race. Coleman tight on the wheel of Chabot. Noah setting that tempo. 2 to go. 2 to go. Up and over, Cameron. Now's the time to make your move. Can Cameron Coleman overtake Noah Chabot? Let's go, Cameron. Cameron Coleman got to get up and over with 1 to go. Can Coleman stay away? Cameron's making a move. Let's go, Noah. Chase him down. Patrick Leary coming on the top of Pendleton, but off the front, the junior, 13 years old. Give it up for him, Cameron Coleman. Second place to Noah. Third to Patrick. Fourth to Brent. All right, semi-pro Madison riders, we need one half of each race, or one half of each team on each side. Heads up, watch out for Tom coming off the track. Watch out for riders coming off the track. And before we get into this Madison, I want to make sure we thank our sponsors, our official naming rights sponsors, Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, as well as our official financial partners, Diversified Members Credit Union, and the DMC, the Detroit Medical Center, as well as the RAFA Foundation. We got 2 Madisons going on tonight. There will be 5 sprints. Points are going to be 3, 2, 1 for the first 4 sprints, for the first 5 sprints, with the final sprint points being 10, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Points than there is teams, so figure that one out.
Okay, riders, this is a 60-lap Madison. The first several laps will be under control. Every team will get at least 1 exchange in before we put the race on. There'll be a single bell to start the race. Okay, the sprints will be at 51, 41, 31, 21, and 1. Points are 3, 2, 1, and on the last sprint it's 10, 7, 5, 4, 3. Okay, eyes up, talk to each other. If you're not dropping in for an exchange, make it sure that it's clear and you're staying well above the blue line. If you're dropping in for an exchange, it's expected that you're going to make that exchange. Again, plan ahead, talk to your partners. Any questions? Riders ready? Roll.
All right, and here we go, rolling off the line. Team Red, that's Will Bobrow and Emma Jimenez-Palos. Team Green, Brendan Leary and Tim Bober. Team Silver, Ben Chrisman and Donnell Anderson. And Team Blue, Josh Smith and Derek Savage. We got 2 new Madison riders in this race, Josh Smith and Ben Chrisman. This will be their first Madison. They're both going to be back next weekend, I believe. And here comes our first exchange of the night. Team Silver, Donnell Anderson coming down to the red line, looking for Ben Chrisman, his partner. Chrisman's first exchange in a Madison. Up and over as Green comes down. Silver making that exchange. Bober coming down for the green team. Tim Bober. Down to the black line riders. Let's get it down to the black line. Pick up that tempo just a little bit. Team Red, Will Bobrow and Emma Jimenez-Palos. Jimenez-Palos looking for Bobrow. Bobrow coming down to the red line. Excuse me, Palos coming on the red line. Throws her in. And Derek Savage looking for Josh Smith. All right, everyone's gotten their first exchange done. I think our race is about to get underway. We like to keep the beginning of the race under control. On the front of the pack, that's Donnell Anderson. We got some people saying go green. Pick your team. Glenn O'Connor's picking Team Red. Laura Burley-Bober's picking Team Green. Ben Chrisman now picking up that tempo. Brendan Leary from Team Green. Won both races he's been in tonight. Can he make it a full sweep as Chrisman's picking up that tempo? Josh Smith coming in for Derek Savage. Throws him onto the wheel of Chrisman. Chrisman still setting that tempo. Donnell Anderson coming to the front of the pack, looking for his partner. Josh Smith's got to go up and over. Eyes up, riders, eyes up. Tim Bober looking for Brendan Leary, Team Green, right to the back of the pack, getting as much draft as they can off of Will Bobrow. A lot of Bob Bros and Bobers and all sorts of different names that are confusing. Tongue twisters, as some might say. Now Bobrow throwing in Jimenez Palos. Bober on the wheel of them. Derek Savage, that's an easy name to say. He's coming down looking for his partner, Josh Smith. Josh Smith's coming in pretty hot. Got to pedal through that exchange. He pushes in Derek Savage. Savage tight onto that wheel of Donnell Anderson. Ben Chrisman looking back. Coming in a little bit hotter there, Chrisman. Donnell Anderson comes down looking for Chrisman. Chrisman, put your hand back a little further, Chrisman. Put your hand back by your hip. Here comes Team Green making a hot exchange. Brendan Leary coming in. Throwing it on. Jimenez Palos off the front. Leary's got to close down that gap. Let's make this race at the black line, riders. Here comes Will Bobrow. Bobrow's coming down. 52 to go. 52 to go. Up and over, Leary. Up and over, Leary. What are you thinking? Brendan Leary caught sleeping. Is he tired? You got to come in hot. Coming in hot, riders. Coming in hot. We got sprint points on this lap. And it looks like the points are going to go to red, green, silver, blue. Eyes up. Eyes up. Off the front is Team Red. Are they going to keep pushing? Donnell Anderson diving down. If I was Donnell, I'd keep the heat on. Make these riders work for it. Oh, Donnell Anderson hitting the brakes, and they're back together. Here comes Jimenez Palos. Team Red in the lead. Jimenez Palos getting thrown in. That's the on-screen footage of Tim Bober from the bike of Donnell Anderson. Derek Savage looking for Josh Smith. Josh Smith throwing in Savage. Jimenez Palos looking for a wheel to jump onto. Ben Chrisman's coming in. Green and silver backwards. High exchange for Team Green. High exchange for Team Green unless they can get down to the black line. Up, down to the red line. Brendan Leary, Josh Smith's got to get up and over, but Team Silver's making a move. Remember, you guys, we got sprints every 10 laps. Sprints every 10 laps. Ben Chrisman. Chrisman going off the front. Making him hurt. Here comes Bobrow. All right, Donnell. Donnell, now's your chance. Are they going to lap the field? Will Bobrow wants to go now. Derek Savage staying on it. Brendan Leary's got to chase him down. Stay on it, Brendan. Here coming in hot. Josh Smith coming in. Oh, Team Blue missed the exchange. Hold your line. Next time, if you come in for that exchange, you got to make it. Tim Bobers, he's going to have to do a double pull here. Let's go, Brendan. Get up there. Donnell Anderson off the front. Tim Bobers got to push hard now to close down that gap. Donnell Anderson keeping the heat on. What's the lap count? 42. We got a sprint coming up soon. Can Team Silver stay away? Don't go too slow, Josh. Don't go too slow. Chasing him down, Tim Bober. Chrisman looking for Nell Anderson. Donnell Anderson looking for his partner. Here we go. Points on this lap. But Jimenez Palos flying into the race. Can Palos chase him down? Now Josh Smith going for it. Here comes Brendan Leary. Team Green's back in the race. And the points are going to go silver, red, blue, green. Coming in hot, coming in hot. Up and over, up and over, up and over. Josh Smith having to go over the top. Derek Savage coming in hot, coming in hot. Off the front, Ben Chrisman. Here comes your partner, Nell. You better get up and going. 38 to go at the line, 38. Will Bobrow chasing it down. Now he's on the wheel of the Team Silver. Do we got our points totals? There you go. You can see the points totals on the screen. Team Red in the lead. Team Silver in second with Team Red with 5 points in the front. Team Silver in second with 4. Team Green with 2 and Team Blue with 1 point. Remember, only the first 3 teams get points. Only the first 3 teams get points. You got to be in the top 3 to get points. Remember that as we get into our Pro Madison coming up. Team Green still chasing hard. Tim Bober staying on it. They're sitting up, Bober. Let's go. Close that gap. Let's go, Timbo Slice. They're sitting up. Get up there. He's almost there. He's going to take a double pull. Brendan Leary's got to close that gap now. You got to get up there now, Brendan. Get on that wheel. Josh Smith coming in. All right, and our teams are back together. But we got another sprint coming up. Tim Bober making a big effort, able to get his partner back up there as Josh Smith takes over. Here comes Team Red's Will Bobrow. Chrisman's got to get up and over on the hip of Bobrow. Jimenez looking for his partner. Now Chrisman's on it. Let's spread it out, riders. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Coming in hot, coming in hot. Team Red and Team Green getting gapped off the back. Sorry, Green and Blue getting gapped off the back. Now Bobrow's going for those points. Donnell Anderson, can he get away with it? Team green's got to stay on it. Remember, last place doesn't get points. And the points for this sprint are going to go to, team red, team silver, team green, team blue. Let's make those exchanges down low. Here we go, Brennan. You got to close that gap now. Ben Crispin coming in. Donnell Anderson feeling it. Let's go, Brendan. You got to get up there now. Get on that wheel, Savage. Let's go, 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 go. All right, now Crispin keeping the heat on. Hold your line, Donnell. Let's go. Push it, you two. Let's push it, Brendan. Brendan won the first 2 races, but was that a good idea? Up and over, Brendan. You got to get over the blue team. Here comes Josh Smith. Smith has got some legs. Stay on that wheel, Brendan. Go, go. You can't give up yet. All the way to your partner. Tim Bower, you got to take a double pull. All the way, Brendan, all the way. Watch out, Emma. Double pull, Tim. Tim Bower's got to chase because off the front, Team Red and Team Silver, Team Red and Team Silver. No one wants to take a pull. They're slowing down. Let's go, Josh. Get up there. They're slowing down. Let's go, Tim. Team Red and Silver playing games. They're going to let the rest of the group get up there. Here comes a fresh Derek Savage. Savage back in the race. Let's go, Bober, all the way. They're sitting up. They're sitting up. Tim Bober chasing them down, but here goes Derek Savage. Savage feeling frisky, making a move. Derek Savage going off the front. Team Red coming in. Brendan Leary, you got to close down that gap. 22, we got a sprint coming up. Team Blue's going for the sprint. Slow it down, Josh. Go slower, Josh. Wait for your partner because here goes Ben Crispin. Derek Savage with the great move off the front. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Team Blue's got to go. Oh, but here comes Silver. Team Blue needs to get these points. Hold your line, Derek. He's got to go all the way to the line. Crispin's coming for him. He's going to go blue, silver, red, green. Keep that heat on, you two. Are they going to work together? That's how. Don't let red catch back on. Come on now. Josh Smith in the blue jersey. Ben Crispin in the silver. On his wheel, Will Bobrow. Bobrow closing down that gap. Now Tim Bober back to chasing. Tim Bober's been chasing the whole night. There's our points totals right now. Team Red still in the lead with 9 points. Team Silver only 1 point away with 8. Team Blue sitting in third with 4. And Team Green with 3. This is going to come down to the next few sprints. Anybody's race. It's still anybody's race at this point. Remember, the points on the last sprint are worth a lot more. Whoa, getting close. Jimenez and Bobrow on it. Savage still in the front. Savage pulls up. And give it up for Tim Bober. Bober's closing down that gap. Let's go, Tim, all the way. They're sitting up, and Team Green's back in it. All of our Madison teams are back together. All right, Leary, you can't let that gap open. Get that hand back. Close that gap, Brendan, all the way. As Derek Savage picking it up. You guys are not lined up correctly. You're all backwards. Pick it up, Josh. There you go. Savage trying to get to his partner's wheel. Bobrow's in the race. Crispin's in the race. Leary's got to stay on the wheel. They got 12 to go at the line. 12 to go at the line. Who's going to win the first Madison of the night? Who's going to win the first Madison of the night? Josh Smith on the front. He shoulder checks. He pulls up the track. Tim Bober's coming in for Brendan Leary. Leary's looking for his partner. Leary feeling it earlier. Black line riders. Go now, Bober. Go now. Oh, boy. Here we go. All the way. Coming in hot now. Coming in hot. Will Bobber on the front. Coming in hot, Emma. Whoa. Jimenez lagging him on. It's going to go red, silver, green, blue. I think that's going to put Team Red still in the front. Team Red with 12 points. Team Silver with 10. And blue and green are both tied with 4. It's going to come down to the final sprint. The final sprint's going to determine the winner of this race. Let's get up there, Brendan. Red and silver. No one wants to take a pull. Now Savage. Savage wants to get up there. Derek Savage onto the wheel of Will Bobrow, and they're back together, back together. Up and over the silver team. Ben Chrisman about to come in for Donnell Anderson. Fresh Emma Jimenez. Jimenez waved off the last pole. She's got a fresh break here. Derek Savage got to stay on that wheel. Savage just looking for his partner. Josh Smith, slow it down, Josh, slow it down. Josh, you're going too fast. High exchange for the green team, high exchange. On the front, Silver. Can Silver break Team Red? Josh Smith, you got to go now, Josh. 5 to go. 5 to go. Donnell Anderson's coming in. Donnell's going to have to push it as hard as he can. Bobrow with the high exchange for the red team. High exchange for the red team. Josh Smith chasing him down. Bober's on it. Let's go, Bober. Get up there. We're getting to the end of the race. End of the race coming up here. What's our laps at, Magali? 2 to go. Let's go, Donnell. Don't let Red ride away with it. Here comes Derek Savage. Red's off the front with 2 to go. Donnell Anderson trying to chase him down. Derek Savage staying on the pedals. Here comes the final lap. 1 to go. 1 to go. Derek Savage making a move over Team Silver. Emma Jimenez coming in. Can Savage stay away? And the winner of our semi-pro Madison, Team Red. Oh, what a sprint at the end there, but I think Savage stayed away. It's going to go unofficial results. Team Red, Team Silver, Team Blue, and Team Green. Chris, you want to switch spots?
All right, as we get ready for our final event of the evening, the Pro 6 Mile Madison. They're going to go 60 laps. Introduce you to our teams for the evening. In the yellow, on the home stretch, on the red bike, that's Mike Booth. His partner tonight, he's a regular out here on a regular basis, Martin Vecchio. You can pick him out by his pink wheel. That's Team Yellow. Team Black on the home stretch. It's the young guy, our new hot junior, Matt Redfield, and his partner. Oh, it's a junior team. Dejan Parks over here on the back stretch. That's Team Black. Team Red on the home stretch. You're looking at Mike Hartrick. His partner tonight is, okay, this guy is a glutton for punishment, Will Bobrow. He just won the last race. He's going to go again. And Last up on the track over there on the home stretch, you're looking at Team Orange. That's Jackson Capella. And his partner tonight, our announcer, John Hughes.
Okay, riders, this is a 60-lap Madison. The first few laps will be under control. Every team will get in at least one exchange before the bell signals the race is on. Sprints are at 51, 41, 31, 21, 11, and 1. Points are 3, 2, 1. The final sprint, the points are 10, 7, 5, 4, 3. Okay, 3, 2, 1 for the first sprint. The last sprint is 10, 7, 5. Okay, all right. If you lap the field, you get 5 points. If you get lapped by the field, minus 5 points. If you lap the field, you get 5 points. Yeah, down minus 5 if you get lapped. Okay. Riders, remember, you do not have to touch for it to be an exchange. You only have to draw even, so that's next to each other. All right. Riders ready? Roll.
And they're off. 60 laps to go. There's a lot of points out there to be had. The team with the most points wins. Lap the field, they get 5 points. Get lapped, you lose 5 points. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors tonight: Diversified Members Credit Union, the Rafa Foundation, our newest partner, and Lexus, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, Mead Lexus of Southfield, and Lexus of Ann Arbor. Without all of our great sponsors and all of our fans, we wouldn't be here. And of course our racers, as Martin Vecchio gets thrown in by Mike Booth, who's back after a bit of a paternity leave. From racing here at the track at the Lexus Velodrome, Matt Redfield out of the front right now, keeping it nice and steady as he comes up to his partner, Team Black and Team Red. In the back, makes the exchange. Mike Hartfield and Hartrick and Will Bobrow. And they're off. Dejan Parks head down at the front. He pulls up. Bobrow takes over the lead. Bobrow up from Kentucky, coming here to race at the Lexus Velodrome. We're happy to have him come up here and join us. Next week we'll have another full field of out-of-towners out here racing at the Lexus Velodrome for our Flow Sport debut. Mike Booth keeping it nice and easy at the front now for Team Yellow. Team Red getting ready for an exchange. Mike Hartrick down for the throw-in from Will Bobrow, and they've got how many to go over there? How many to go? All right. Martin Vecchio gets a nice solid throw-in by Mike Booth. How many to go, Magali, please? Thank you. 56 to go. They'll hear a bell at 51. So Matt Redfield pulls up. Mike Hartrick takes over at the front. Keeping a nice steady pace here. Nobody's going too crazy yet. It'll happen though. Bobrow in for the throw. As the pace is picking up a bit as we start winding up to our first sprint of the evening. Booth drops down for the throw-in from Vecchio. Capella goes up and high, gets on the wheel of Mike Booth. Capella looking for the arm of John Hughes. In goes John Hughes, and he's going to chase him down. Look at this, Mike Booth making a jam, taking a flyer off the front of the field. Dejan Parks chasing him down. Mike Booth trying to get some distance on everybody, and it looks like he's keeping it away, but Dejan Parks puts his head to the wheel, and there he goes. Parks throwing in his partner, Matt Redfield, and now it's one to go to the sprint. Martin Vecchio for Team Yellow, trying to stay out there in the front for first base points. 3 points on the line. Chasing him down, Matt Redfield, and in third position is Team Orange, and in comes Jackson Capella, and at the front it is Team Yellow, Team Black, Team Orange, and Team Red. So yellow starts it out with the lead. They take 3 points in the next sprint. They'll hear the bell at 41 to go. Team yellow gapping off the front. Dejan Parks now got to go. Oh, that was close. Jackson Capella and Dejan Parks now chasing down Team Yellow at the front. Mike Booth, he's looking back, letting up a little bit. In goes John Hughes now for Team Orange, and they are up and over. Hughes says, I can reel that in right now, and he sits up. Booth sits up. Everybody's together at the front. Hughes pulls up, Parks takes over. Team Red, whoa. So Red misses an exchange. Heads up, riders, heads up. All right. Will Bobrow now forced into doing a double rotation, and he's on his second Madison of the night. If there was a crowd here, I'd tell him to cheer for Will Bobrow because he's working hard out there, but everybody's going fast now. Martin Vecchio off the saddle, picking up the pace at the front and sticking like glue is Matt Redfield. Matt Redfield throws in Dejan Parks, and Vecchio keeps it all the way up to Mike Booth, and in goes Mike Booth for Team Yellow as they're winding it up for another sprint. How many to go, Magali? How many to go? And Mike Booth, okay, it's 1 to go, and it is Mike Booth leading it out, trying to hold on to those first place points. Can Dejan Parks get up and over? Matt Redfield, get ready, he's coming in hot, and it's gonna be Team Yellow, Team Black, Team Orange, and Team Red. So Team Yellow extends its lead. They've now got, I'll tell you in a minute, 6 points. Oh yeah, I could add that. 3 plus 3. All right. Matt Redfield keeping the pressure on in the front. Him and Vecchio working it out. Jackson Capella trying to get up there. John Hughes now gets a throw in from Capella. Dejan Parks getting ready to come in for Redfield. And at the front, Mike Booth is waving on Martin Vecchio. Martin Vecchio's going, uh-oh. Kind of a lull here. Hughes, Vecchio, and Parks up in the front, and chasing him down, it's Will Bobrow. And here goes Dejan Parks off the saddle, trying to get something going again. Will Bobrow misses, Mike Hartrick misses another exchange for Will Bobrow. He is working hard out there. I'm going to have to try to help him out a little bit. Team Red going in. Team Yellow going in. And look at this wild exchange. Oh, Team Black, hold it. Hold your positions. Pay attention, riders. Eyes up. Shoulder check. Come on. Mike Booth now at the front. Keeping eyes up on the front of it. Keeping that pace going. And Dejan Parks on his wheel. John Hughes in for Team Orange. At the front again, it's Martin Vecchio. This 2 yellow teams at the front all the time. Dejan Parks drifting in it. Team Yellow keeping its lead. Nobody's challenging them. John Hughes trying to get up and over Team Black. In comes Redfield for Team Black. Mike Hartrick in for Team Red. And it's going to be Team Yellow, Team Orange, Team Black, and Team Red. At the front, once again, Team Yellow, they extend their lead even more. Everybody going up and over. All right, Team Yellow's got 9 points. Team Black has got 5. Team Orange has got 4. And Team Red needs to pick up some points. So Yellow still in the lead with its 9 points. They're dominating out there, but there's still room in this bike race. $27 to go in the bike race. 27 to go. Oh, Whoa, Team Red misses their exchange again. Mike Hartrick, get up there. All right. Will Bobrow says, I can't do another double. Meanwhile, at the back, Vecchio and Booth talking it out. At the front, Dejan Parks going in for Matt Redfield. Parks pulls up. Hughes takes over. Watch when you pull up, DJ. Don't overlap wheels. At the front, Jackson Capella getting ready for the throw-in from John Hughes. So we've got Jackson Capella, Dejan Parks, Martin Vecchio, and Mike Hartrick. $23 to go. All right, Team Red makes its exchange. Nice and clean. Oh, Team Black goes in. Team Orange, John Hughes, they're up a little high. Everybody going up and over. The pace is picking up. John Hughes trying to hold off Matt Redfield, but Matt Redfield going for it. Look at this. They're trying to get some first place points out there, and Matt Redfield's driving away from it. John Hughes chasing him down. Will Bobrow on the wheel of John Hughes, and it's going to be Team Black, Team Orange, and Team Red. Team Yellow taking a break on the points on that one, but Martin Vecchio's got his hands down on the drop, and he's chasing him down. Whoa, nobody taking a turn. We got two riders at the front who said, I'm not going to pull. Mike Hartrix comes on by, and they drop on his wheel. Meanwhile, all of our teams are all back together again. And as a result of that last sprint, Team Yellow is still in first with 9 plates. Team Black is in second with 8. Team Orange is in third with 6, and Red has got its 1 point for Team Red. High exchange for Team Orange as John Hughes comes in. A lot of good bike handling out there tonight and a couple of close calls, but everybody's doing a great job out there. As well they should. They practice this regularly. John Hughes now at the front of the field. Matt Redfield riding up to get on the wheel of John Hughes. Mike Booth in third for Team Yellow, and it's Will Bobrow. Oh, Jackson Capella ready. Mike Hartrick, get ready for the throw-in. Mike Hartrick, your partner's coming around. That's it. Good job. And in goes Mike Hartrick for Team Red. Team Yellow's got its exchange going on, and up at the top, here comes DJ Parks down low. Up high for Team Yellow, and look at this, Mike Booth just picking it up with 12 to go out of the bike race. Team Orange out in the front, but they're about to be overtaken by Team Yellow. Martin Vecchio driving the train now around the Lexus Velodrome. Vecchio looking back. John Hughes trying to respond. John Hughes in second with Dejan, but look at this, Martin Vecchio. Mike Booth, get ready for the throw-in as Martin Vecchio comes up to Mike Booth, and in he goes. Back to that first position, and it's going to be Team Yellow, Team Orange, Team Black, and Team Red. So Team Yellow picks up first place points yet again. Say that fast. You can't do it either. All right, look at this. They're coming into the home stretch. We're winding up this Madison. Our favorite race here at the Lexus Velodrome, brought to you by Lexus. And look at this, in goes Martin Vecchio at the front. And Team Yellow's got 12 points, Team Black has got 9, Team Orange has got 8, and Team Red has got 1. Team Yellow out there solidly, but the final sprint of the night is a different configuration. You get 10 points if you win that final sprint. So if Team Black could move up there, they could pick up 10 points for their team, but that's a pretty big if. They're running out of gas. After a long night of racing, and Jackson Capella hurt. Oh, John Hughes, you better get it going now. Oh, we get a missed pickup as Jackson Capella picks it up. He heard there's extra points out there. He's going after it. Chasing down Mike Booth. Look at this, Jackson Capella trying to close that gap. Can he do it? With how many to go in the bike race? And still out front, Team Yellow's Mike Booth. Now it's going to be John Hughes who's coming in after sitting it out for an extra lap. He'll come onto the wheel of Martin Vecchio. Martin Vecchio still going for it at the front. How many to go, Magali? I need to see the sign. And it's 1 to go, 1 to go. Team Yellow just riding it out. Let's hear it for Martin Vecchio, doing a great job out there. Martin Vecchio and Mike Booth. I don't think it'd be too premature to say Team Yellow is the winner. Yellow, orange, and black. As we cross the line, let's hear it for our Madison racers. Winners of the night, Team Yellow, Mike Booth and Martin Vecchio. Great job out there. Second place with 15 points, Team Orange, John Hughes and Jackson Capella. In third with 14 points, Matt Redfield and Dejan Parks. And in fourth, Will Bobrow, who was on his second Madison, and Michael Hartrick. What a great job of racing out there. That is our last event of the evening. Thank you for joining us here at the Lexus Velodrome. We will be back next week, but we will be on Flow Sports. We got one more race? Oh, we've got, excuse me. It's not over till it's not over till I sing. We've got a couple of match sprints out there that need to be determined. So we'll have what a great night of racing here at the Lexus Velodrome. Our announcer did pretty good out there, John Hughes. But the winner of the night, Team Yellow, great job out there. They executed, they went after the points, and they saved them up. They even sat out a one sprint and still managed to win the bike race. Special props for Will Bobrow, came up here from Kentucky and then raced again and did 2 Madisons in one night. All right. Two match sprints. All right, we're going to get our winners of the Madison up there for our photo. Martin Vecchio, you got to get up there. Picture time. It's that Kodak moment. Man, this is like a Kodak built mic. Need to Lysol the mic. I mean, I know for sure I spit like crazy. I'm sorry. All right, once again, you can see it. The winners of tonight's Madison Team Yellow, Martin Vecchio and Mike Booth. A great pairing for a great race. How many times this will play at our house now on the next day? All right, we're going to have the match sprint now. That's
All right, gentlemen, this is the rubber match of your 3-lap match sprint series. The winner of this wins your event tonight. Riders
all right.
ready?
Brett Bacher and Drew
Go.
Laird.
Roll. Roll.
They each have a win, so this is the tiebreaker. Brent Bacher in the, oh! Go too slow. Everybody's up. Everybody okay over there? There is a rule in cycling. You have to do at least a walking pace the first lap. So a walking pace on this velodrome is pretty fast.
Okay, Chris, Drew would be the winner on that. And we also have an equipment malfunction for the other rider. So Drew's the winner.
We're getting our next match sprint up there, Jake Bondi and Dan Freeberg. And they each have a W, so this is also a tiebreaker. Bondi took it from the front last time.
All right, riders, this is round 3 of the rubber match of your 3-lap match sprint series for tonight. The winner of this event wins your series. Riders ready? Roll.
And they're off. Dan Freeberg in the front, Jake Bondi in the back. Each have a W. Let's see how this plays out. Freeberg watching from the front. Bondi he's got his eye out as he revs it up at the top of the track. Freeberg trying to keep him high. Bondi trying to trick him out. Bondi accelerating right away, trying to get up and over Freeberg. That's how he won it the last time. Freeberg trying to accelerate in that slipstream, but Bondi's got it on. The motor's going. Freeberg trying to get up and over, but can he do it as we get into the final turn of the bike race? And it is going to be Jake Bondi and Dan Freeberg. Good racing out there by both of these gentlemen in the match sprint. All right. All right, that was the last bike race of the evening. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Who's here? We hope one day to get back to our full capacity after all this COVID-19 is taken care of. We're happy to be here live, though, from the Lexus Velodrome, brought to you by Mead Lexus of Southfield, Mead Lexus of Lakeside, and Lexus of Ann Arbor, Diversified Members Credit Union, and the Rafa Foundation, our new partner in building our junior team. Have a great night. And stay tuned for the post-race interview with Team Yellow.
Hello. All right. I want to welcome half of the winning team. Martin Vecchio, come on up. Well, first off, congratulations on a very well-ridden race. How was it out there? How was the tempo? How was the feeling? Just tell me the whole thing about being out there tonight. Totally forgot that.
Well, let's see, what happened out there? Me and Mike, we had a little pre-race discussion. We knew what we were going in there to do. I said, there's two things about the Madison, and they're like the most dead simple things, but they're the things you always got to keep in your mind. And that's the only way to win the race is to get the most points, and the only way to make a track bike go faster is to move your legs faster. So those are the things that were forefront in our mind, and that's how we went into the race.
Now, easier said than done, right? Because after most teams go into a race like this, short race, lots of sprints, they don't worry about winning the first couple sprints because they want to save their legs. You two won the first two, and then, or three, I can't remember. The first three. Were you worried once you saw a little gap open up? Mike Booth is strong, but he's coming back. He's not there yet, quite. Were you worried about closing that gap?
There was a moment there I was worried, but the thing is, when you're racing the race in a super offensive way like we were doing, taking those first couple sprints, everybody is working that much harder than you. Like often, Mike would throw me in for a sprint. I would have so much of a gap that I barely had to push hard, right? Like I almost coasted to the finish line. So I was saving my legs in that way, while everyone else was still sprinting each other or chasing us down. So they were doing a lot of work out there. So when those gaps opened up, I just kept it in my mind that, you know, if you're working hard, they're also working hard, probably harder than you. So in that way, like we were still, you know, despite being offensive, still maintaining that freshness.
Now, it's pretty remarkable what you're capable of with the amount of training that you do. We've talked off camera before that you don't do a ton, as much as you used to. How are you able to stay at the top of your game, being the best track rider in Michigan? I don't think arguably, I just think period, dot. How do you stay on top of your game with, like, what's your secret?
Well, I think the secret is really three things. Like, number one is experience. Riding and racing on the track is like, it seems dead simple. You're just riding in an oval, but the tactics out there and the way the races ebb and flow is super important. And I've been racing, you know, at Bloomer, at Lexus Velodrome, and at tracks around the country since 2009, so it's like 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so that experience plays a lot. And like you said, I'm not riding now as much as I used to, but for a period of about 5 years, I was riding, you know, maybe 15 or more thousand miles a year, all with structured training. So like I have a huge base under my belt. And then to maintain like a little bit of edge, it's just riding out here. I'm out here, you know, racing on the weekends and doing the trainings 2 days a week, Tuesday and Thursday nights. Those things were live streamed earlier. You saw what we were doing, and that's about it.
Let's skip forward to next weekend. We have the Olympia Stadium 93rd anniversary races coming up. Are we going to see you there?
I'll be there.
Now, there's some big names coming in with higher speeds. How does in really strong competitors coming in, strong cyclists? How does the game plan change? Or is it just you got to kind of get a feel for it for the first couple races, or these people coming in, you know, Hayden Strong, Zach Kovalchek, kind of know them? Like, how do you game plan for people with that type of power?
It's an interesting question. In the past, you know, when the group of riders that was coming in was changing a lot, Friday night was always a little bit more crazy, a little bit more hectic. Nobody knew like who had been training or like what people's skill level was or how comfortable people would be on this track, because it's a little bit different than some of the bigger tracks in the country. So Friday night ended up being like a little more wild, a little more cagey. Everyone's watching each other. Everyone wanted to ramp it up and see who could hang. Now, like, we've had a fairly steady group of riders coming out, so people are starting to get to know who riders are. I think the biggest question mark on the coming weekend is going to be like what the COVID situation has done, right?
Yeah.
Like who has really been, like, it's hard to be motivated to be out there training when you know there's basically no racing happening, right? So the question mark is going to be who's been training, who's been doing what they can do. Yeah, who's still sharp, exactly.
Has Kovalchek been training? Has Hayden Strong been training? Have these guys, or have they been doing what I've been doing and eating a lot of food?
Yeah, exactly. And some of those guys, like some people have you know, like natural gifts for sprints, right? Like Hayden doesn't need to do a lot of training to go fast for 2 laps.
Yeah.
Right? And that kid, like, he can make his bike go quick without doing much of any training.
That head goes, man. You're in trouble.
And that goes back to and that goes back to the whole Madison situation. That so much comes down to tactics. It comes down to like which partners are managing each other well, right? Like if you have a really strong endurance partner and there's a partner with a really strong sprint, like is that endurance rider doing their part and then that sprint rider going ahead and getting those points, right? So like, you know, maybe if the training isn't all the way up, like you can overcome that with tactics. So I think Friday night will be a little crazy, and you know, people will be trying to figure out who is where and what's going to happen, and then you know, we'll get settled down and get to some proper racing on Saturday night.
Well, it's pretty amazing what your partner was able to do tonight, considering he's just been riding the track for the last, couple weeks maybe, back after a year off or so?
Yeah, he had basically 2 years off. And
pretty remarkable what he's able to accomplish so fast. What is he going to be ready in the next couple months to join these big boys again, do you think?
I think so. I think, you know, it's just a matter of riding on the track a little bit. Those skills and those efforts come back quickly. I mean, it's not like he's not been training. He's been doing some weightlifting. He's been riding his, the trainer, and you know, once the legs get back up to that sort of high cadence track speed, like he'll be good to go.
Then you guys will have to fight it out for that, for the very honored saying of me saying, you know, the best one in Michigan, right?
Wow.
Oh, put on the Duke. So, Martin, congratulations. We can't wait to see you race next week. Have a great week. Get some training in. Get some rest.
Thanks a lot.
All right, we're going to bring John Hughes up here and break down the rest of the night. Some pretty awesome racing so far, and for Saturday Night Rumble number 44. I think some people were surprised with Team Yellow's dominance in the Madison. I know going into it, I thought that the young guns, Dejon Parks and Matt Redfield I thought they might ride away with it, but experience pays off. You saw Martin Vecchio be able to put Mike Booth in the correct area at the correct time, and it paid off. Now, let's talk to someone who did not win the Madison race, but did pretty good. How was it out there, John? Considering you had an awesome warm-up, the vocal cords were nice and stretched, the legs weren't. How was that?
I don't know if it's, I don't know what the benefit is. If it's better to race all night and jump in the race, or to get a warm-up and sit around and yell at people for 2 hours and then jump into the race.
Well, if you're doing 2 Madisons right in a row and then doing 19 double pulls is not the best way to do it. But man, that dude was a horse.
He had to be feeling it for sure.
Good Lord. And then his tire blew right as soon as he got off the track. It was like, too
Good
much
timing.
racing, I'm done. You need to be done as well. So what was the atmosphere out there during that Madison?
It was pretty fast the whole time. Overall, compared to, most of our Madisons, generally they start off pretty tempo. This one pretty much started off fast right off the rip. Me and Jackson, we wanted to time what we thought was going to be the sprinters with the sprinters, which is Jackson on our team, and I was more just keep the hammer on. So right off the bat, I took a double pull to line us up. And Martin just rode a great race. Martin made all the right moves at the right time. Mike was able to hang on and stay away. He got those early points. We just chased and really came down to, I knew me and Jackson both knew we wanted to stay in the points as much as possible, because only the points go the first 3 teams. So we just wanted to stay accumulating points and then really just focus on that final sprint. And I don't know, man. I didn't have the legs to close on that gap on Martin. He was away. I thought Matt and Dejon were gonna make some moves on us. They rode good. They missed an exchange here and there. There was a couple sketchy spots, a couple really, really close calls.
Yeah, there were some. They made a couple mistakes in the beginning that cost them points that would have helped them definitely. And like you said, with these points in this few teams, you can't get 4th place.
No.
Ever. If you get 4th place once, twice, you're dead in the water.
And really, if you get 1st place in 3 of the 5 sprints and then the final sprint get 3rd, you're not going to win the race. It really comes, the final sprint really does determine overall the winner. Although Team Yellow had so many 1st place points, they pretty much had the race in the bag.
They could have got 2nd.
Early on, man, Booth, it was in the middle of it. Booth and Hartrick almost had a really bad crash right in the front of the pack. Mike pulled up, didn't see Mark coming down. You heard some chainring, some spokes hitting axle bolts. And then there was another really sketchy part at some point, but I don't know, my head's spinning right now. It's pretty hard right off the rip.
So,
Ask him why he didn't have a sprinter in the race.
so what do you have to do to get the sprinter in the race? Like how everyone says, get the sprinter in the race, get the sprinter in the race. Well, if your sprinter is already in, like with too many laps to go, with 3 laps to go, and you want to get him in with 1.5, what do you do? How do you calculate? You have to calculate that, but you said you did a double pull. Does it come down double pull? Does it come down riding faster or slower on recovery? Where's that answer lie?
I mean, both of those things. You got to figure out where you want to be. I mean, you got to be figuring it out 8 to 10 laps in advance. In this race, obviously Jackson is the sprinter. I mean, between me and him, I don't have a sprint. I have a hang on until I puke type deal. Jackson is, second, one of the top sprinters in the country, taking second place at junior nationals when he was 17.
He showed it a couple weeks ago against
Peter Bach. Yeah. And I mean, he's got legs. This race tonight, it didn't really come down to sprints because it was Martin was making his attacks before, with 2.5, 3 to go, and it was just a drag race at that point, and it pretty much was keeping the position where you're at. I mean, at one point, I tried to make a move for one of the first place points, and Matt Redfield and Team Black just came over me like I was going backwards. I was happy with the second place points there. But yeah, I mean, it's all about timing the laps. Maybe if you have to do a double pull, going slower, going faster on recovery. But also depends the type of the race. With only 4 teams, it's really easy to stretch it out. That was really my goal, was to try to keep the hammer on, because I knew Will was going to be tired from doing another Madison. I know Mike is getting in shape, but he's not 100% in shape. And so what I thought we could do was, and if you watch some of the race, like I tried to keep the pedals going when everyone else was sitting up, was because I was trying to crack Mike and then hopefully make Martin have to do too much work, and at the same time try to crack Will because he's coming in off of a double race. And then at that point, they have to deal with Team Black. But I don't know, DeJohn and Matt didn't want to share the help on that one.
No. If DeJohn has proven one thing, he will not share the load in terms of work sometimes. So
I don't know about that, but yeah, okay.
Well, sometimes during chase races and things like that. So he is a very tactical racer, so that is good in the Madison. So let's talk about the other races that happened tonight. You obviously have the bird's eye view, and who impressed you tonight other than in the pro racers? Who impressed you?
I thought Brendan Leary rode great. He won the first 2 races of the night, coming over Donnell with a close one early on. I think he used up all of his gas, because when it came to the Madison, he wasn't there. He was making Tim rode great too. Tim for his first Madison back.
He chased
chased all. I know that feeling, because I've been in that position multiple times.
Partnered with
me. And it's. I think Team Green, even though the results didn't show it, they really worked hard. Josh Smith, it was his first night doing a Madison. I think he rode great. Ben Chrisman, overall, I mean, the kid's talented on a bike. He's a national mountain bike champion, junior national mountain bike champion. Hopefully we see a lot of him coming back, because he's obviously super strong.
He's got some chops.
Yeah, and he's smart on the bike. We were riding with him earlier this week, and he knows what to do. We were doing motor pace Madisons, and he was just sitting in. Me and him were sitting in without partners, and we had Luke on the motor going 38, 40 miles an hour, holding it for the last 8 laps, and he was sitting right on the wheel just pinning it. And so that was, that kid's got some go too. But I mean, overall, I think everyone rode great. Everyone stayed on the track except for the sprinters at the end. I mean, big surprise. Sprinters like to go really slow and then really fast.
Now your expertise in mechanics, one of the sprinters broke a chain. How does that just happen sometimes, or what? Like, is it how it was put on? Was it the chain's old? Is it just was that chain's time to go? Like what?
Yeah.
Like what is that?
So I've been a professional bike mechanic for over 25 years. I own 2 bike shops, fixing bikes throughout Detroit throughout my entire life. I've seen everything from the cheapest Walmart bike to $25,000 felt track bikes that we brought in through our store. Chains break all the time. Generally out here, what you see is a couple things. Could have been installed incorrectly, which I doubt because I know Jay's been riding that bike for a while.
Yeah.
My guess what it is his chain was probably a little bit too loose when he, it's in that transition where you're pedaling hard and kind of letting off the pedals. You get that little bit of chain slack. Sometimes if your chain's a little bit loose, it'll kind of pop off the cog, and then it tightens up really quick and just snaps the pin. That's my guess on what happened. I mean, obviously the chain could go bad. There's a lot of different things that could happen, but generally in sprints, you see it's something like that caused it. I mean, or just Jay just might have an insane amount of wattage in his legs and just snapped it in half.
It was a good save to stay upright too. For as much as did, and for Mike as well.
Well, and to be honest, Jay was carrying so much speed, he almost still beat Mike because Mike sat up. It was like.
Mike,
Brad Green, both of those riders real strong. Zach Kovalchuk.
which that's the one I'm interested in. Now, we all know Zach is one of the best track riders in the last 10 years, for sure. And he's admittedly, he's getting up there in age, 37. I'm very interested to see in how he has handled the COVID situation and if that's kind of rejuvenated his legs a year off from intense racing to work on whatever he needed to work on. So I'm really interested in seeing what Kovalchuk is doing. I'm also interested to see how our local riders do with this group. Obviously, I think Martin Vecchio is going to be able to be Martin Vecchio, but DeJohn Park should be right in there with that group of riders, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, DeJohn knows how to ride a race. I think everybody. I mean, there's no bike racing anywhere. There hasn't been bike racing for the whole summer.
Yeah.
All these guys are going to come in. They're coming in hot. They want to win. They want to go fast. They haven't. There's a thing with a bike racer. It's not. You enjoy that pain. It's that killer instinct of just I want to go as fast as I can. I want to do everything I can until I just blow up till my legs can't do it anymore. And so when you have the top elite racers, in the country, some in the world sometimes, coming in here, coming to a small track that's a fast track, I mean, they're going to be blazing. I think our local guys are going to put up a really good fight, but they're going to have to fight really hard to do it. I'm hoping to see Jackson up there. We'll see if he's able to do that. Who else we got? We got I think Ryan Jastrab's coming in. James Hillier's coming in.
Ryan Jastrab has been putting in some work too. He's on a continental team now, doing some road racing and things like that. Obviously not with COVID, but still training. James Hillier, collegiate national champion, and multi-time champion here at the
and a
American
risk
Cycling.
taker. I've seen that guy make some moves that just make me cringe sometimes
Yeah.
because it's so close. Whether I'm up in the announcing booth or a couple years ago at nationals, I mean, watched him take a spill in one race and he was back up in like 2 laps, jumping right back in it and attacking.
Yeah.
So I mean, all these guys coming in, they're all elite racers.
Yes.
And I think they all like coming to Detroit because we have such a unique situation here. We get the best riders. We put on a good program. It's a lot of fun. Right now we can't have spectators, but we got everybody online watching.
Mm-hmm.
And next week's going out on Flow Sports. So I mean, it literally will be the fastest racing in the world is going to be broadcast from here in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome.
Yes, and so we want you to watch us on Flow Sports, and we want to thank our sponsors, Meade Lexus of Southfield, Meade Lexus of Lakeside, Lexus of Ann Arbor, Diversified Members Credit Union, and of course the Rafa Foundation. That's John Hughes, the voice of the Lexus Velodrome. I'm Chris Hughes, your host, and we hope to see you next Friday and Saturday night on Flow Sports. We will see you then.
Have a great night.
Nice job.
Hold on.
Yeah, I said it a couple times.
job.
Good job, man.
Thank
Well
you.
done.